Hi everyone, welcome to another Omega Monday. Today I am just fresh off the ship and I have some new fishies to try. I'm Anita and this is my channel where I show you how I've lost over 145 pounds on an animal-based ketogenic diet. Okay guys, it is Omega Monday. This is my first Omega Monday since, getting off the cruise boat a couple of days ago, and I was actually looking forward to it. I was gifted some new cans of fish that I have never tried before, so I will be having these for my first meal. One is wild white anchovies, Wild Planet. Can't get these, well, I haven't been able to find these where I live, not even on Amazon. And Trader Joe's lightly smoked salmon, skinless, boneless, extra virgin olive oil. So both of these are new to me. Thank you, Danny, for gifting me with these new cans of fishies. Just one thing I want to say about the cruise is that we did celebrate Omega Monday on the cruise ship. Bonnie and I brought our shirts. We had fish that day, and there was actually, even though we had our own fish, there was lots of canned fish that Danny had brought. We also had lots of seafood choices on the ship throughout the week as well. There'll be a couple that show up on the screen there. So, it was great. You could celebrate Omega Monday every day on the cruise ship if you looked hard enough at all the buffet tables. There was fish. I had smoked salmon with my breakfast almost every morning, and that's because they were making bagels with cream cheese and salmon, and I just took a few pieces of salmon and that was it. So for Omega Monday, just a reminder that it is not just about sardines. It is about as much fatty fish as you can get, although I use shrimp and other seafood wherever available. But for the most part, think of the acronym SMASH, and that is sardines, mackerel, anchovies, salmon, and herring. So those are the fishies, the smaller, oily, low mercury, good fatty acids. Those fishies are the ones that we like to focus on Omega Monday, and I've got two of those right here. Let's get these babies opened up. I love that these cans come with pop-top lids. You can take them on cruises, you can take them camping, road trips, hotels, airplanes, everywhere. Okay, look at these. So these are the anchovies. I'm actually going to, since these are packed in water, I'm going to dump that water in a little container for the dogs because they love the seafood water. Give them each a little bit. They will love this. I don't give them the oil-packed water. It just seems to upset their tummies. Little chihuahuas, maybe. I know some people have said that they do. They don't seem to be able to handle it. I'm going to plunk these fishes out. Been wanting to try these for so long. Okay, let's take a look at the salmon. There we go. So that's got some olive oil on it. I'm just going to leave that in there. So let's give this a try. I'm going to try the anchovies first.
Okay, I don't need to be delicate. It's just you guys, right?
For any of you that are kind of leery about sardines, this tastes like tuna. Like, I would have thought if somebody gave that to me on a plate or in a salad or whatever, I would have said tuna. I would have guessed tuna. It does not taste like anchovy, like what I know as anchovies, which is those little salty things they put on pizza. I'm going to put mustard on mine for when I actually sit down and eat this. Maybe start with this. For those of you that are a little bit afraid of sardines, start with this. This is Wild Planet white wild anchovies in water with sea salt. Very mild, dry and flaky like tuna. I think you'll like it. All right, I'm excited about this one because so many people are telling me, oh, you have to try the Trader Joe's smoked salmon. I want to, believe me.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, I love salmon, and that is delicious. So yeah, I'm really going to enjoy this first meal of the day. I'll be having 2 meals today because I'm fasting till noon again now that I'm home. Join me in the next segment because I'm going to do an experimental recipe. I made fish sticks a while back and I kept promising I was going to do it on the channel. I wasn't quite happy with them. So I'm going to try it a little different, and you'll see that later when we get back. So see you in the next segment. Okay, in this segment of the episode, I am going to try to make fish sticks, like crispy fish sticks with a dipping sauce. I've done it before. I've never been totally happy, so I'm tweaking things up and hoping that this one works, especially because it's on camera. The other ones have been in the privacy of my kitchen with no camera running. What you need for it is 2 cans of sardines, or you can use any combination of sardines with, say, a can of salmon, a can of mackerel, a can of those anchovies that I had in the first segment. Anything that is not packed in oil. So both of these, this is King Oscar bristling sardines in water, and this is Brunswick sardine fillets kippered, but they're also in water or their own liquid, I guess. There's no oil added to either of these. So same with the mackerel or the salmon or any of those other fish that you could use. You basically, let me just see, there's 106 grams here and 100 grams. So basically about 200 and some odd, maybe 210, between 200 and 220 grams of fish in the can. Drain off the water and put that in the bowl. So the other thing that you need is some pork panko. If you can't do pork, you can get chicken panko. You can make chicken flour. This is leftover from a recipe that I did recently, and according to the side of this little jar, it's 175 grams. So to me, it looks like about 3/4 of a cup, because this is half a cup. Half a cup of shredded cheese. Now, if I had mozzarella, I would have used mozzarella because a lot of people use mozzarella to make, crusty things like pizza crust and, the fathead dough type thing. But I didn't have any. This is all I had. And so I'm just going to go with that. But if you have mozzarella, use that. And an egg, maybe 2 eggs. We're going to find out. I'm going to try 1 egg, see what the batter looks like. I think my last attempt, I did 2 eggs, and I didn't like it so much. So I will start by opening up these cans and getting them out, putting them in. I need a little jar to drain, or a little bowl. So I'm going to put these bristlings. And if you have the boneless, skinless for this, that's fine too. I like to just get maximum nutrition, so I always buy the ones with skin and bones. But you do you. All right, I'm just going to break all this up. I want it to be crumbly. That looks pretty good. I'm going to add my half a cup of cheese in and stir that around. And I'm going to add an egg. I'm going to add 1 egg right now. I may end up with another one, I don't know. This is the experimental part of this, trying to get the right combination of wet to dry for this recipe. Now, I'm going to start with a half a cup of the panko. See if I can do this without spilling it. This might work. Okay, 3/4 of a cup of panko. I'm not going to add another egg. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in this mold because I want them to be fish stick shaped. I'm going to put as much as I can in this mold and freeze it for 15 minutes before baking. And then that way I have nice little stick shape and I can just squish them in there together so that they are firm. I don't know how many this will make, we'll see. This is the same mold that I use to make things like crunchy lion bars, that kind of thing that you've seen on my channel before. I thought they would also make good fish sticks. Okay, so we have 6. I'm going to pop this in the freezer for 15 minutes. And in the meantime, also set the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'll see you right back in the next segment to bake this. Okay, the timer just went off. The fish has been in the freezer for 15 minutes. I'm just gonna go grab them. Okay, I think they're firm enough for me to take out and put on. What I've got here is just a 11 by 17 cookie sheet. This is an air fryer liner. You can use parchment paper, silicone mat, whatever you like. Just going to gently lift them and place them here. Probably 20 minutes, and I wouldn't have to be so gentle with them. The other thing I'm going to do, since there's only a little bit of these pork rinds, these are just crumbled up pork rinds. You can buy the pork panko or make your own. I'm just gonna spread the rest of this. There's probably just over a tablespoon here. I'm going to just put it on top. Get a little bit of extra crunch there. Okay, just waiting for the oven to continue to heat up, and we'll be back when these come out of the oven. I'm going to put them in the oven for 20 minutes. It's at 400 almost, and then we'll see how they are then. So I'll see you in the next segment. Okay, I'm gonna take it out of the oven. Time's up. See what we have. Look at these. All right. I just want to explain that at the 20-minute mark, I flipped them over. I thought they just could use a little bit more. And so now they have a nice crusty exterior on both sides. That's what I was looking for. So it was 20 minutes and then 5 flipped over, total of 25 minutes at 400. And let's try this out. I'm gonna put one on my plate. While they were in the oven, I made a quick little tartar sauce. And this is just super easy. I make it super simply with mayonnaise. You could use sour cream. I chop up a half a dill pickle and mix it together, and it's, you know, quick and dirty cheater tartar sauce. And I do get a lot of comments about using mayo with seed oils. I do not use mayo with seed oils, everybody. I either make my own, or you can buy Chosen Foods mayo. They have 3 kinds that don't have seed, here in Canada anyways, they have 3 types that don't have seed oil. They have the keto, which uses MCT oil. They also have avocado and olive oil. Some people don't like to use those, that's fine, but they are technically not seed oils. They are from the fruit. So I feel comfortable with them. This one is avocado oil mayo by Chosen Foods with pickle. And I like it. Okay, I want to see how it looks inside. I'm just going to break it. Okay, so it's crunchy all around, and you can pick it up. It's firm. That's one of the things I was looking for.
I like it.
The tartar sauce really makes it feel and taste like fish sticks that you would, you know, or fried fish. You know, the crunchy type that you would maybe get in a coffee shop or something on the seawall, whatever. I would definitely eat this. And I just want to say something about the seasoning too. So some pork rind, some pork panko has salt and other seasonings added. So, and mine, that was the case with mine. So I didn't add anything. You may or may not need to add salt, and certainly you can add salt afterwards rather than over salting it. So entirely up to you. I just wanted to point that out in case someone was wondering about the seasoning. You could add dill, Old Bay, that kind of thing. I'm going to taste a piece on its own without the sauce. I'm glad I didn't add any salt because it would have been too salty. It's seasoned just right as it is now. And yeah, I hope you give it a try. This could be a way, and especially, I mean, you could mix maybe half tuna, half sardines or something as you get used to the taste of sardines. You know, just to get yourself into that that mode of enjoying omega-3 fishies, which is the all those little fatty, oily fish that are so good for you. And I hope you do give it a try. Anybody who would like the t-shirt, I will provide the link below. I've got Sardine Challenge and Omega Monday shirts, different colors. And all that will be below, as well as some other Omega Monday information, and as well as a link to my Sardine Challenge and Omega Monday handbook available on Amazon. So all kinds of information below to get you started on an Omega Monday or Sardine Challenge is below. So thank you for watching. I'm going to go and have some lunch now. See you guys next time.
Goodbye. What can I do to think happy thoughts? What else can I say, right? Are we still rolling? This fly keeps coming. Okay.